Hi, friends, and welcome to the latest episode of the Elfcast, broadcasting from a secret location in our backyard. This is the first episode of the Elfcast in a number of weeks, and I don't really have a reason for that, except that in pandemic, time has lost all meaning. I'm glad to be back with you today. Before all of this began, my friend Jenny sent us a book in the mail. It's a collection of essays or poems by the writer Ross Gay. It's called The Book of Delights. And the book is just what it sounds like. It's a collection of short meditations on delightful things, delightful people, delightful experiences. And one of the essays or poems or possibly even prayer struck me as really appropriate for us right now. It's not about pandemic. It was written before all this began, but it sort of is about pandemic. It's called The Sanctity of Trains by Ross Gay. Something I've noticed riding on Amtrak trains, like the one I'm on right now between Syracuse and Manhattan, is that people leave their bags unattended for extended periods of time. Maybe they go to the end of the car to use the bathroom, or sometimes they go to the far end of the train to the cafe, which smells like vomity microwave cheese. My neighbor on this train, across the aisle and one row up, disappeared for a good 20 minutes, her bag wide open, a computer peeking out. Not that I was checking. She's not unusual in this flaunting of security, otherwise known as trust, on the train. Nearly everyone participates in this practice of trust, and without recruiting a neighbor across the aisle to keep an eye on my stuff while I use the restroom, which seems to be a coffee shop phenomenon. Trusting one's coffee shop neighbor, but not the people in line, etc. I suppose, given the snugness of a train, especially if it's full, one might speculate there's a kind of eyes on the streetness at play, although it seemed to me this morning when I was first leaving my valuables in my seat for pilfering, my laptop and my cell phone glittering atop my sweatshirt and scarf, most everyone was sleeping and so provided little, if any, eyewitness deterrent. I suppose I could spend time theorizing how it is that people are not bad to each other, but that's not really the point. The point is that in almost every instance of our lives, our social lives, we are, if we pay attention, in the midst of an almost constant, if subtle, caretaking. Holding open doors, offering elbows at crosswalks, letting someone else go first, helping with the heavy bags, reaching for what's too high or what's been dropped, pulling someone back to their feet, stopping at the car wreck, at the struck dog. The alternating merge, also known as the zipper. This caretaking is our default mode. And it's always a lie that convinces us to act or believe otherwise, always. That is The Sanctity of Trains by Ross Gay. See you soon, friends.